Welcome back to Digi Bros.
Welcome back.
Victor's beating up a slug with a college
Slug
hat
man.
on? What the fuck was that shit? He had a graduate's cap on.
Once again, because we're in a nightmare, I think this is like a...
Metaphorical thing?
Metaphorical thing. Or it's, how this guy is imagining his classmates in a nightmare. I don't know. That's my interpretation.
Maybe this is Hidetaka Miyazaki's impression of what college is like. Just a bunch of slugs in graduate cabs. So I had some topics I thought about in the past few weeks. There was one I thought of like a while back, and I might get into that one first, because I brought it. I said the idea to you, and you got like almost offended. So I'm interested to talk about this.
What?
It was about how you and some of our friends, and to some extent me, have like really weird systems of what's the word I want to use? Not justice, but like what's like ideas of what's fair or balanced in the world or something like that. Like, I believe the situation was that we had gone out to get some food.
Yeah.
And one of you was ordering food for the other person.
Oh, I know where this is fucking going. Don't I?
And, like, I believe what had happened was, like, Don-san accidentally ordered, like he was ordering for you, because you had told him what you wanted. And he accidentally said something that was, like, that costed $1 more than what you wanted.
Yes.
And so, to recompense for that, he bought you something that costs $1 at at Wawa.
Yeah.
And this was all like, the way you guys communicated this was like, this was the only logical way.
Yeah.
Even though...
What's wrong with that?
The exchange that's happening here, like Don's... So what happens here is, you give $2 into the void, and then you gain $1 from Don, or you pay $2 and you get more food than you would have normally, but it was more than you wanted.
Yes.
And then you get more food from Don-san.
Well, I get a drink.
A drink from Don-san, who has to buy you something, even though he didn't get anything out of that. Like, that accident...
Yeah, but he fucked up.
That accident did not make him gain, but you just gained more because he accidentally did something on your behalf. And this made perfect sense to both of you.
Yeah.
Like, all of it just seemed so rational.
There was not a second thought.
No. This wasn't even, like, Don-san, like, offered it. He was like, oh, well, I guess I'll buy you something for $1. And you were like, yeah, exactly. Like, to you both be like, yeah, of course. Like, that's what people do.
Well, yes, this makes perfect sense.
You accidentally made me spend an extra $1, so now you have to spend an extra $1 on something that we didn't plan on, like... This... See, now that I'm explaining it, you think it sounds hilarious and stupid, right?
Well, perhaps maybe I should have, like, given him an extra chicken strip or something.
Or just, like, the whole idea is, like, so ass backwards to me that I was like, this is insanity. And, like, the thing is, like, obviously you were taking advantage of the situation by getting something out of it. But, like, it made sense to him, too.
Yes.
To do this. Like, if it had been me, I would have just been like, I would have either A, changed the order and been like, hey, I fucked up, can you change it? Or I just would have been like, oh, well, you accidentally spent an extra $1 and you got more food that you can just eat later,
Yeah. Well, I got a drink out of it.
It's just that, like, it's just that this is how it is with you guys all the time.
Yeah.
Like, this is how the logic works in our group of friends. Is that there's, like, this weird sense of, like a weird kind of honor system, mostly based around money and food. Like, money and food are the most important things in our group of friends.
That's the most important thing in life.
I guess so.
Money, food, and love,
but, like,
man.
so much of what we do is based around who has money and who needs food. Like,
true.
Like, because we often, like, buy food for each other. And, like...
Based on whoever doesn't have enough money.
Who does... Like, if you don't have...
Who's struggling the most.
If we know that one of our friends doesn't have enough money, but we want to take them out to get food, we will usually buy each other food. But then there will be, like... You know, there's weird payback systems and stuff where it's like, if I knew... Or if Don-san, like, knew one of our friends... didn't have the money to go get food, he'd pay for them. But if he thought you did have the money to go get food, but you didn't pay for it, then you might have to pay it back or something. But then he won't necessarily say that. It's just weird. There's just There's so much politics of buying each other food that has this this complicated fucking logic behind it.
But then it's a logic that like we seem to all understand without saying anything.
Exactly.
Like it's obvious.
It's bizarre that it's so obvious that in that situation
I feel like it's just been that way for so long, like that it makes sense.
Right. By the way, this place is really cool.
Yeah,
I like this place a whole lot. I've never seen this before.
Really?
Yes, I've never seen this area before.
Did they not go here either on Game Grumps?
I didn't pay that much attention to a lot of the playthroughs.
Jeez, man.
But they might not have.
It's a Nightmare Frontier, man.
I definitely don't remember this place. Actually, wait, is this where you fight Amygdala?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I just don't remember the whole lead up to it. I think he made pretty quick work of this place.
This is definitely a place where if you want to explore more, you have the option, or you can just run right through it.
I got that impression from the forest too.
Yeah.
I think
the forest is fucking huge.
I really like the big open areas in this game, just because the other stuff feels so small and tight, and I can't find my way around that well, you know. Whereas these places, it's like, oh, this is interesting. It's like this big sweeping vista.
Yeah, there's variety.
I like the look of the plants and
look
at that. Look out over the mist fucking.
And look, there's a
sailing
castle
across
up there
the mountain.
because that's the other area in this nightmare that you'll go to through the other door in the lecture building. But it's all connected.
Now this feels a little bit more Dark Souls.
What I didn't explain earlier is when I first came here, I stopped and kind of looked out because I could see ship masts in the fog, and those ship masts will be in the DLC nightmares later too. And so I'm thinking now about how they're interconnected. Where I haven't seen anyone point out that there's ship masts at this part yet. See, there's Patches up there. Oh, I killed him and he's here anyways. Fuck it.
Wow, what an ass!
Wow, what an asshole!
Didn't you kill him in the Hunter's Nightmare? And this is the real.
Well, that was in the lecture. No, this is still the Nightmare.
Oh, okay.
This is the Nightmare Frontier, and that was in the lecture building.
So is this in the DLC or
no? This is the Nightmare from the original game, and then the DLC is a different Nightmare.
I see.
Yes, this is the Nightmare of.
Whoa, go that way. That looks awesome. That big cliffside hole.
Yeah.
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 Fuck yeah.
Oh, there's a bunch of slimy things in here.
Oh man, this place is creepy. Oh, what the fuck is that? What is that? Oh, what is that? What is that? What is that? Oh no, not the bees!
Dudes.
Not the bees! Ah! So you haven't even addressed this new weapon you picked
This is the Beast Hunter Safe. It's my favorite weapon in the game. It's strong as fuck. And this one is very nice because it's kind of like the saw cleaver, but when you hit, that's the normal attack. It goes forward, and so it's really nice when you're dodging around an enemy, you can immediately charge back in.
That's cool.
And I love it. And then it's got this really slow, wide range.
I think it's funny that out of the 15 weapons in the DLC, the one that you like the most is the least unique. Yeah,
which the first time I had seen it, I didn't like it at all. Because I was like, oh, it's just a saw cleaver. And then, I was using the one that's a buzz saw, which is fucking rad. But then when I started using this one in my second playthrough, I realized it's just fucking badass as hell. And I can trash shit. And I like to trash shit.
Yeah. Well,
these fucking dudes throwing rocks at me, and there's fucking big gelatinous fucks everywhere.
Yeah,
no!
I think I'm generally realizing that I really like the daytime areas in this game the most. And
yeah, they're cool.
I mean, I had theorized that why I like Dark Souls more is because a lot more of it's in the day, and you sort of start off in the day. But now I'm starting to really think that might be the case. This place is fucking rad. I love the green liquid.
Oh Jesus! Yeah, poison. everywhere.
It's cool. I like it.
I like
here's
it.
the other topic I thought of that shouldn't even be very long, but I was in the bagel store, right? And I was thinking about it's a restaurant, but anyway, I was thinking about how it's always kind of upset me a little bit that I don't pay much attention to the people around me when I'm out, right?
Yeah.
Like, our dad is a hardcore people watcher.
Yeah.
Like, when he
I watch people constantly, too.
Yeah, when we go to a restaurant, my dad will always sit in whatever seat allows him to see the most of the place.
Yeah.
And he's always, like, you know, looking around at people and stuff. He likes to have a good sense of his surroundings. And he'll often, like... My dad is the type who, if something happens that's, like, interesting in a place, he'll be like, oh man, did you see that? And I'll always be like, no, because I'm never paying attention.
You're completely unaware of your surroundings at all times.
No, not my surroundings. I'm unaware of people
in your surroundings.
I don't pay attention to the people around me.
Yes.
And it's always felt weird to me that that's the case, because like this is like forever, like my whole life it's felt weird, or not my whole life, but as long as I've like noticed since I was a teenager, because I wanted to be a fiction writer. Yes. And I would always hear people say that if you want to write fiction, you should observe people, you know, and like and get a sense of how people are in their environment and stuff. And like it always kind of bothered me that I consider myself someone who's like interested in people, but not interested in watching them all that much, you know? And there have been times I've consciously tried to people watch, and I do end up inventing whole stories for them in my head. Because if I see someone with a certain face, like certain expression, then I try to figure out why they have that expression. But then I realize that it's probably complete bullshit, and that it's not at all what they're probably thinking, you know? But then I had an epiphany when I was in the bagel shop, right? Because I realized that while I don't pay much attention to people, I do pay a lot of attention to my surroundings, right? Like to the settings, sort of. I always read like all the signs anywhere I'm at. Yeah. I'll read all the stuff that's around. I'll read everything. I'll study the way the street looks, or like the way that buildings are set up and stuff like that. And I'm really fascinated with the setting. And then I realized that that's basically just people watching in a more roundabout way. Because people are the ones who made all this shit. Yes. You know, like, we set everything up this way. We made everything look a certain way. And what I'm usually thinking more about is, like, why does the place look like this? You know, like, why is the bagel shop designed to be, everything's wooden inside, you know?
Well, that fits you because you're all about world building and shit.
Right.
You're less interested in characters and more about a setting.
Well, I mean, I am interested in characters a lot, but, like... I like to know. I like it when the characters feel like a reflection of the place they're in, or the idea of the story, you know. Yes. But like, it was definitely an interesting moment to realize that I am looking at this from the perspective of a writer, just a different writer, you know, from the one who is looking at the people and like worried about them.
It's like a big chunk of health.
So, as opposed to people watching, I think I should coin the term place watching or setting viewing.
That's great names. It should be both of those names. Yes. You have found the ideal name. We'll go with place watching. The term.
We will go with place
10 out of 10.
Watching. Sounds a lot better.
Would name again.
Yeah. So that was a fun thing to realize. And and then
I don't think I pay attention to the place around me at all most of the time. I'm more about watching the people.
I could like almost any store or restaurant around here, I could draw it for you. Like I know exactly what the places I go to look like every minute detail, you know, like right now I in my head right now I'm just conjuring up like, here's what FIE looks like, here's what Barnes & Noble looks like, here's what Kroger looks like. You know,
those places I've been all the time, so I can probably map those.
But I mean,
that's places you go to where the point is to be looking around.
Right. Even the restaurants I've only been to once, I could tell you exactly how they looked. You know, even like that stupid hot dog place that we walked out of. You know, like had a very weird. Here's the most notable thing about that bar, right? It was set up like a bar, like I'll just tell the whole story of this hot dog place. So like me and Victor lately have been going to this place called Kevin's Doghouse. It's like this really kick-ass hot dog place that's like all they sell is hot dogs. It's just like they have hot dogs, they have one sausage, and they have one like barbecue sandwich, but mostly it's just the hot dogs, you know. And they're great, they're cheap. We started going there a lot and realizing that like, hey man, when you get legit hot dogs, they can be really tasty, right? So
I already knew that.
We've been going to like a lot of restaurants based on me looking them up on Google Maps. Like I just open up Google Maps and I type Virginia Beach food and then I just go anywhere I haven't been before. And like one of them was another hot dog place that was also like a guy's name hot dog place and it said that they've been open for like 40 years. Like one of the reviews was like, "Oh, I've been coming here for like for my whole fucking life or some shit," right? And I was just like, "Whoa, you know, like we got to try this place out." You know, they have their slogan is like often imitated, never duplicated. I was about to fight a big ass boss. So I was like, "Okay, let's check out this hot dog place. It's been around forever and it's talking a big game." We go in and like the setup of this place is like there's a bar counter that goes like all the way across the left wall and across the back wall. Like it curves and covers the whole wall, right? But I'm noticing there's no way out. There's no exit of that bar. Did you not notice that? There's no way to get from the bar to the store.
To get out.
Like
through the bar.
I don't know if there was like a door I didn't notice, but the bar went all the way around the store and there was no break in it. Like nowhere that you could go through the bar to get out to the store. And like there's like this huge bar and then there's a bunch of tables set up, right? There's only 3 people in the place. They're all sitting at the bar right next to each other, but none of them are talking to each other. They all look like regulars, and no one's talking. And the only sound in there is that they've got a TV on, like on a sports channel, and like everyone's just kind of like watching the sports channel, not talking and having hot dogs. Right? The atmosphere feels very dead and stale. It definitely looks like an old place, you know. And like everything's wooden and shit, but like. Immediately, I'm perplexed by this bar situation, right? So we just kind of sit down at a table because we didn't want to sit at the bar; it didn't look comfortable. And then, like, the 2 guys working there were old dudes, right? And one of them was like making stuff for the 3 people at the bar. So then this other old dude comes out, and he just kind of looks like kind of tired and stuffy, and he's just like, "What do you want?" Right? But he doesn't come out from behind the bar. And I figured that because I hadn't seen an exit for the bar. So like all I'm thinking is this guy, what he's gonna do is he's gonna like, because we're far enough away that we're not like quite in earshot.
Oh, he ripped his own arms off and now he's using them as weapons.
Oh my god.
That's my favorite part of this fight.
Like we're not quite close enough that we could just talk at like speaking volumes to this guy, you know. But he decides to talk and speak volume. He's just like, "What do you want?" And he's like all the way behind the bar across the room. And I'm like, "We're gonna have to get up and get our own hot dogs. He's not gonna bring them to us. You know, we're going to have to get up and go to the bar."
So that's like the part you're noticing you're most offended by. Is that you're gonna have to get your own fucking hot dog.
Well, it's not that I was offended. It was just weird that they have tables and chairs. But they clearly no one uses them, right? Because there's no actual way to get out from behind the bar.
It's probably for
bring
having
it to
like
the tables.
big, you know, gatherings, maybe. A big sport event, you know.
But like, so I'm just like, what the hell, man? What is up with this place? So the guy goes like, "What do you want?" And we're both just like, "I'll have like 2 hot dogs on the way." And we fucking wrecked that thing.
Yeah, this is an easy boss. Though.
We were both just kind of like, "Oh yeah, we'll have a couple hot dogs, right?" And then he goes, "Yeah, cash only." And we were just like, what?
Bullshit.
Like I think we literally said, "What?" And like one of us said it, and he was like, "Yeah, it's cash only. There's an ATM 2 stores down." And we were just like, "Oh," and we just left. We just left. We went somewhere else. We were like, What the fuck kind of place is cash only?
You better be the fucking
in 2015.
Cream of the crop to be cash only, motherfucker.
At a hot dog place.
Yeah.
Like, who carries around small fucking bills to eat hot dogs with? Nowhere is cash only. And neither of us have cash, of course, you know.
It's like paid on cards.
Right.
Or I get a check and I deposit it in my checking account, you know?
Yeah.
I don't have cash. It's bullshit. so I can lose all my fucking change and.
Yeah, we decided that place was a pretentious bullshit, and we left and we didn't go back.
Yeah, fuck it.
Fuck those old guys.
Fuck local business.
Well, we go to a local place. Yeah. We go to Kevin's Doghouse, where they're really like the atmosphere's good, and they play rock music, and the people seem nice, and like they really know what they're doing, and like the lady brings you food to your table, you know. Yeah. So yeah. Highly recommended.
6 fucking chunks, man.
Next time on Digi Bros, more kicking ass.
More and more and more.